Hello everybody, Jet here, and welcome back to our Ironhammer playthrough, where things are finally starting to turn. We are advancing. We're going to take some Dowie holds, which we've been wanting to hold for a while. And yeah, I mean, we're still going to be careful. We're also potentially going to retake Black Crag soon. The 8 Peaks has expanded. Once we've secured all of here, wipe these guys out. Obviously cleared here. We're obviously going to set up to push north, but I want to defend there. And we're obviously going to need to do some southern defences, because we are losing a lot of territory there, which I may struggle with holding.
Not likely.
We're going to hold here for the moment, for the garrison, for defences, because keeping these guys distracted over here is also very good. And getting more places I can recruit Ironbreakers is really, really solid for us. So, yep. Honoured by Grimnir. There we go. I'm already running a negative, so I can't afford to be doing too much more recruiting, actually. In fact, I'm not going to spend any money because I am doing too much. As it is, we need to expand to get our economy going again, guys. So that's where we need to be now. Because while these armies are good, they are expensive.
Only true vengeance will make me happy.
No. I have no desire to be in extra wars. Yeah, so we've got some very expensive armies, but they are good, and we should be able to beat the enemies. This is where I wish I had 3 points in lightning strike, so I could actually properly lightning strike the enemy. Because while it's much harder to get, it is still a very valuable ability. They didn't settle the settlement. That's so weird. Unfortunately, have we lost Gunbad, or did we manage to hold it? No, we've still got Gunbad for the time being. And the problem there is for the time being, because there is a lot that can be thrown against it. So I need to expand. We're going to try and push out. And first campaign is going to be reclaiming the holds. Safeguard.
What?
Reclaiming the lowland holds. Reconnecting our empire.
Let us begin.
Gonna auto it because it wipes them out completely, and there is a bug currently with siege battles where it all breaks. There's a current soft lock with siege battles. They are aware, and there should be a hotfix out for it soon. TM. I've actually got a save, which I've offered to them if they need it to work out what's going on. Because things like that, I speak from experience, can be an absolute nightmare to work out. So, exactly what's happening.
Not likely. For the wisdom of
Go for it. Now. It is time for the Dowie to advance.
Let us settle this. Summon me if you dare. It is time.
I'm a little concerned about this one, I'm going to be honest, because that's a lot of forces. So we may fall back until we can get reinforcements here, but at the same time... Again, I auto, because if I auto, they lose everything, and I don't lose anything valuable there. And the Black Crag is reclaimed. And Karak Azul have been put back into the ground. Any survivors will have had their beards shaved and been pushed out over this way to make their survival in these blasted lands over here. Not these blasted lands, these blasted lands. Yeah. One down, several to go.
Summon me if you dare.
I mean, it's so tempting, but I think these guys are actually technically better. And dwarven cavalry, just dwarves having cavalry in general is just hilarious and good.
Yes.
Splat.
Ready.
I think it's time to start pushing again, guys. I am going to get a single hero here whose entire job is going to be to resettle Squighorn. And then he will hold here and rebuild here, but yeah.
Onward. My axe thirsts for war. Aye. One rag.
Need to be a little careful with my income for obvious reasons. Oh, I can get rid of him now. Reduce my supply lines a little bit.
Time for a reckoning.
Right, quick deals.
What? Who calls? So? Greetings on behalf of the Empire. Now what
That'll
fine...
do nicely. I can't believe they are still alive.
Keradan, sinit! Diktatorsikal! No suhoster chok chuksas libormar. Zo.
Defensive alliance is perfect. Means we can build outposts, which means we can get stuff off you. Don't want to be constructing it just yet until my income is sorted out a little bit more. We're going the right way, but still. Okay, here we go. So we have weathered the start of the initial storm. Ironbrow's expedition in the south are still horrifically powerful, and Karak Eight, the Slayer King, is still very, very powerful. How dare, I mean, the Slayer of all people breaking his oaths, and going to war with the world, breaking alliances, is just, no. God, and we have a lot of Skaven. Goddamn everywhere. I hate Skaven. I'm still very tempted not to push too far north, daft as it sounds, because let the Slayer King and the Orcs and everything up there mash each other into oblivion. The Slayer King will burn himself out long run. Because those armies don't replenish. Well, they do replenish, but they don't. When they're wiped out, they don't come back, I don't think. Nope. Good, that's what I wanted them to do. I'm going to leave them in that little bit of crappy woodland. I'm probably going to take that bit of crappy woodland and feed it to somebody. Feed it to a wood elf faction. Oh, look. This is my worry. The Ironbrow's expeditionary force into my territory is quite brutally dangerous, so... They're probably going to start hitting my southern hold soon, so I might need to send somebody. I might need to send my main force down there. That said, we've got enough. We should be able to start clearing the rest of the dwarven holds out quite easily, because they have been significantly reduced now. So. Oh, we've still got Karak somewhere in the north, but they are going to be having... I mean, that's just going to be beneficial for all of the Ordertide, that, because they will just splurge out into all that chaos stuff and break themselves to pieces up there. Of course, eventually we will have to send an expedition across the sea to deal with Grombindel. So once we've restored dwarfdom around down here, maybe dealt with the mountains and cleared out Karak, we will cross the sea to end the crisis and win the game. That's going to be my end goal for this one. It's going to be a long one. This was always going to be my longer one because I love playing dwarves. So my other playthroughs will probably finish sooner, he says, after he's already abandoned his Felheart playthrough. There you go, we'll try and do some swaps for Karak Buffdar for the forest. If I can offer them the forests, because they're not attached to their regions.
Stop that!
Pyrrhic, but not really Pyrrhic.
For the wisdom of Belegar. True king of 8 peaks. To war. Time for a reckoning. Onward. The throng agrees. Let us begin. My axe thirsts for war. It is time.
For now, I'm bouncing down here. I can always bounce back up here if needs be. I want to finish these guys off first. Sorry, I'm not going to do that recruitment at the moment, actually.
Grudges will be settled. Belegar
I'm going to hit the forest. Because we could trade it back to the... if we can trade it back to the elves, that's just beneficial. Especially if we can trade it for some of my own settlements.
Speak briefly, then remove your vile taint from the hallowed halls of Athelloren.
I can't. Damn.
Yes.
In which case, I really don't want it.
Ready.
It doesn't leave anything behind then.
Will be done. Aye.
I'm going to build up a little bit here so they can go on the offensive and defend a bit more there.
Summon me if you.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Ah!
For the wisdom of Belegar.
I think Gumbad's got a fairly solid garrison as it is, so...
Time for a reckoning.
I don't think I need him there. There we go. So Forest of Gloom is just being abandoned for the time being. I don't care if somebody comes and takes it as long as they're friendly with me. Means I don't have a region which could rebel. That's all. That's the entire reason I'm abandoning it. As I said, it's going to be quick fire clean these guys out. I may feed some of this coastal region back into the Border Princes. To try and increase their level of power, and then obviously I want to deal with the Skaven. We've got too much to deal with, which is why I'm thinking of not pushing too far north. I'm probably going to push up, back up to Mount Gumbad, and use that and the pass as my sort of defensive line. So have an army stationed around there, a good solid force stationed around there. However, vampires may help here. If vampires take over that territory, that is fine, because to be fair, do I care? Barakvar will be mine. All the trade gold will be mine. God, the fact you can trade now. I think I need to start double timing it south. Annoyingly. So I think we're going to do a bit of a swap with forces. We're going to start getting Belegar down there to help to intercept those forces. Which will be a hard fight even with his decent army, because they are better armies than me. But I've got an army which can potentially deal with them if used right. Just be prepared to see the organ guns devastate the gyrocopters. What is with the sound at the moment? It seems to be all over the place. Again, the dwarves don't seem to be resettling places which are destroyed, which is odd. It's kind of good in this situation, but it means you can just... You can cheese it a bit by just creating a curtain of destroyed settlements between you and them. And then they won't actually necessarily advance that way, because there's other easier places to advance. I'm sorry, not right now. Unfortunately, I suspect that my ally here, Karak is going to get confederated by Corona at some point, which will be annoying. So I probably want to work on getting an alliance with Corona. So they are coming back. I don't think they can take the main place, and we can get back up there relatively quickly. So I'm not going to settle there. Resettle there. In fact, I'm going to resettle there simply because it will slow them down. I'm not going to resettle there because then they may settle it themselves.
True king. Leading. Let us begin. My axe thirsts for
Another region reclaimed for the Dowie. For the true Dowie.
Let us begin. To war.
So basically, I want to capture here. I may even keep these places, but I'm not going to abandon them straight away, is what I mean.
One rug.
Ooh,
grudge
what
bearer will
on
do
the
it.
hell in the hell is
Yes.
that?
For the wisdom of the layer, grudges will be settled.
I am a rune lord, not some smith. I have no time for this.
I hate no furs.
Why are they not at war with each other? It's infuriating, guys.
The axe thirsts for war.
Straight back into growth.
Ready.
So all this should be dealt with relatively quickly. Oh, yeah, that one. We always want that one.
Summon me if you dare.
Okay, there we go. Hammerers have had a substantial buff as well, but that means their hammerers have as well. They now do magical damage and have extra armor and extra physical resistance and magic resistance, so I think they've got 35% physical and magic
What
resistance,
brings
which
you
is
before the heir of
insane. I suspect it'll get nerfed. Nope. It wouldn't really affect me, but just not joining wars I don't need to at the moment. You can tell these are proper traitor Dowie. Something must have corrupted them because they're fighting with Skaven, guys. I mean, not necessarily fighting with them, but they're certainly not. I mean, I've had a battle where I was attacked by dwarves and Skaven, which was insane. A few eps back. That's insane. Yeah, so I think the Border Prince's territory is going to fall to the vampires, so I'm actually going to start ignoring that for the time being. I will take it back. I will deal with Aranessa, but I will pick when I do that. Oh! Oh, Fogrim. Fogrim. I'm going to come there, and I'm going to show you a book. And I'm going to show you your name in it. And I'm going to cross it out. I can't fight it at the moment because of the goddamn siege battle bug either. Ugh. What's funny is Ironbrow seems to be so hell-bent on pushing towards me that he's losing territory below him. I should play, just take all this territory and then cut myself off from the world. Return into my holds, break all my diplomatic alliances. And anybody who enters my territory I just tell to get out, and if they get out and if they don't I destroy them. It's a war herd. I don't care. I'm ignoring it. Nice war herd. Good beastmen. Oh no, not Jenkins. That's the army which just sieged me out. I'm honestly not that fussed by it. Even if I lose that bit of territory to them, I'm not that fussed because they don't have the forces to take the Karak itself. I will double check that, but I'm fairly sure they don't. Oh, I say that. Here does not actually have walls built. What? Okay, that didn't used to need its own walls.
It is time. Lord of the Angrund. Very well, I will do as you ask.
Why am I in ambush stance? Pyrrhic victory, no losses. There we go. Barakvar has been claimed. This should really have a special dock.
Belegar. Summon me if you dare. As the High King commands.
He is gonna go
Glory
north.
for the ancestors. For clan honor. As the High King commands.
And then these two armies will go south.
For the wisdom of Valea.
Oh, nice. So lots of research rate buffs.
My axe thirsts.
Fairly sure this is held by somebody, so... One, two... I've got far too much ranged in this army. Great swords are only tier 2. Okay.
Time for a reckoning.
Oh yeah, it's just advanced this turn.
What?
Okay. So we've actually got territory we never held now. We are not connected up, but we are closer to be connecting up. The Badlands are pretty much going to be dealt with. There are still some Skaven settlements here I might deal with on the way south. We're going to merge, basically bring all the armies together, slam into the territory down here, ripping Ironbrow's expeditions forces apart, hitting the Skaven as well as hard as we can. I may need to send some guys down through the mountains to fight a holding action in some of the holds. We'll see how that goes, but I'm fairly confident now. And we've got this. It's just the time, and it's not easy. I can't afford to go stupid, if you see what I mean. I can't afford to just be too... I can't be too overconfident. I've got to be careful, otherwise I will screw up. And while I could probably come back from screwing up now, you don't want to have to come back. You want to win. How big is that force? 'Cause that is a possible threat as well. However, I think dealing with Ironbrow is pretty much our highest priority now. I may lose some... I think I'm going to lose some holds down here to the Skaven as well. But kicking Ironbrow in the teeth, getting him back, pushing him back is our number one priority right now.
I stand strong behind the ship.
Yeah, doesn't really bother me at this point. It seems a bit foolish of them to declare war with me while they're surrounded by dwarven enemies, so... Okay, that Zuthbar force isn't too big, but Zuthbar are still big, but they have been throwing themselves at the Vamps, so again, that's hopefully going to keep them distracted. And again, Ironbrow seems to be losing territory to the last defenders because he's too hell-bent on attacking me. It's going to be what I'm going to have to give them to get Cracker Buffdar back. I do think in situations like that, where it's technically, you know, it's the wrong type of terrain for them and everything, they should be much more likely to give it back to you. I'm fairly sure the modders will work on that. Not being very unsubtle there, am I? Modders. A mod for that would be really good. Basically, some sort of mod where... I wish I could do it, but some sort of mod where... Oh, shit. Well, that's an interesting force. But some sort of mod where basically people were less likely to hold on to it if it was the wrong terrain type for them. Okay, easy enough.
For the wisdom of Valea. The throng agrees. We march. Time to slay the
Of course they run away.
Time for a
Goddamn
reckoning.
cowards.
ancestors hear us.
Easy. And now we have this whole region straight into the extra growth because we need to rebuild it.
Thirsts for war.
We are going to push down towards Valea's Sorrow. Good. The vampires are doing their job there. That force is not worth worrying about. That's tiny. There's a lot of Skaven down here as well, which does worry me. Though here's got a reasonable garrison, but I don't know if it's that good. Once these guys, so we're gonna... Do we go there first? That's the question. We'll work it out. Anyway, we're going to leave it here, guys. So next time, we're going to be reclaiming the rest of the Badlands and bloodying the nose of a Skaven and trying to deal with Ironbrow and his forces here, which are already weakened, actually, which is good. Though he is sending more up. But again, they've been fighting quite heavily with other people, so they've already been reduced a fair bit. And... is he at war? Yeah, and he is already losing territory down here to the lizards. So, hopefully, they will be knocked out relatively quickly. Our plan with this force is once we feel safe to do so, we're going to push up here, reclaim this area, and just try and hold here. I'm not pushing north until I'm completely confident I've got enough forces to hold the rest of my territory. Anyway, as always, thank you very much for watching. I do hope you are enjoying this playthrough. If you are, please do like and subscribe and pop a comment down below. And as always, an extra special thank you to my channel members and Patreons. Monsters Abound, Philip F, Unnamed, Space Ace 475, Coding Monster, Jason Air, and Jared Horn. And thank you to everyone for watching.